What's cooler than grapefruit you can eat in a jar? What's cooler than a golf shirt full of pink flamingos? There's only one thing. It's one of the coolest golfers on tour, and that guy, his name is Max Homa, and we have him right now.
The Kepka DeChambeau beef takes up a lot of oxygen in golf these days. Have you thought about starting a feud with a fellow player yourself?
I have one right now, Joel Dahmen. He's on my list. Yeah.
And did you instigate that? How's that going?
Oh, I started it. Joel lives a mile from me, which is just way too close. He just bought a second house because he's trying to flex on everybody.
Yeah.
He wears that big old bucket hat and he overcame cancer or whatever. Like he's some kind of hot shot. He's funnier than most of us. He's just a tough guy to get along with. He's so nice. He's always so nice.
What's the best smelling golf course in the world that has a scent that would make an awesome deodorant?
Oh, that's so good. It's got to be North Carolina because their trees smell the best. I'll just go with Quail Hollow in Charlotte.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
got a lot of
there.
those
Yeah.
big old pine trees. Yeah, and I'm biased.
What does it smell like though? Like, what would you say the course smells like?
Oh man. Well, it's got when you get like the pine thing from the car wash and they
Yeah,
put
yeah.
it, yeah, that the scent. It smells like that, but then you get the grass put in with it, like the freshly mown grass. So it's kind of
Yeah.
like a nice little like smoothie, like a blender of two great smells everybody likes. And then you're on the outside on the golf course. So you probably like insert your own kind of happiness into that smell. And
Yeah.
it's the perfect blend.
Competitive golf is a pressure cooker, especially like on the putting green down the stretch in a tourney. Aside from just like 100-degree weather, what's the sweatiest, most stressful moment you've ever had while playing on the PGA Tour?
Oh man, it wasn't even like I wasn't even playing. It was after the Genesis this year. I fortunately won, and I go up onto the putting green to do the trophy ceremony, and Tiger Woods is standing right there, and immediately start feeling uncomfortable and nervous and sweaty, just because he's the guy and he's who everybody kind of looked up to growing up. So that one was a shockingly nervous experience.
Did you have to like rub your hands on your pants before shaking his hand then?
I did not want him to touch my hands and think, oh, that's a clammy kid right there.
um, who sweats more in your experience, pro golfers or their caddies?
Oh, it depends the caddy and it depends the player.
Okay.
In my and Joe's relationship, it's definitely me. He always seems cool and calm, but there's got to be times where I do something dumb and he's going to be the guy sweating more. It's cool that Gillette's joining the caddy network too, because as far as like I said, our relationship worked quite good, but I've seen caddies get all jittery and I know they're sweating. So they've got a tough job just watching somebody else kind of hold their future in their hands.
You like the Dodgers' chances this year?
I do. The Padres are very, very good, but Dodgers are very good too, and it's fun. It's fun knowing that they're defending and that they got it done, because now the team kind of knows how what it takes to do it. And I think that experience is a big deal in sports. And I still love the team. The pitching roster is amazing. So I like our chances once the playoffs start.
Comedian Mark Maron once joked that he's the type of celebrity where a group of three guys, walk by and one of them is like super excited, like, oh my God, there's Mark Maron. But the other two guys are like, I don't know who that guy is. Can you relate to that kind of fan encounter experience, or somebody's excited and the other guy has no idea who you are?
Yeah, mostly all the time.
Okay.
It's even rare if I got the one of the three.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, typically you'll get, maybe you'll get a guy. And then even just last week at the US Open, and some guy cheered, "Let's go, Max." And I heard his buddy say, "Wait, who is that?" And I was like, oh man, it was a high and a low.
Um, Jason Kokrak and Matthew Jones also, like you, have two PGA Tour wins, but combined, they don't have 10% of your Twitter following. Have any tour players reached out to you on advice to how to be a Twitter superstar?
No, they haven't. I wouldn't
Okay.
suggest it either. It's a dark place down there.
um, but I hear you're going to play around with Armin Abdick, who was hounding you for 25 days in a row of tweets. What made you finally cave in and decide to play with him?
One, I was out of excuses, and two, I like the idea. I think there's a way to raise money out of it. And he seems like a harmless, nice guy. We're just going to play some golf. I'm all in for growing the game and getting fans to feel as important as they are. And in this case, it worked out. I'm looking forward. I think at the end of the season, we're going to try to figure out a day to make it happen.
I mean, you haven't met in real life though. So are you going to bring like somebody along as a buffer just in case he's a little bit weird?
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a full group just in case. Okay. So even if it was with a friend of mine, I'm sure we run out of things to say. So I need people to bounce off of.
Why do you keep your DMs open on Twitter? That's very rare for. I mean, I haven't seen any other golfer that does that.
I don't. I had him closed for a while, and then Solly from No Laying Up texted me one day, and he said, "Hey, this guy's getting reached out to us, and he said your DMs are closed, and he wants to say something." And when I got the message, it was something that I could help with. It was he was not in the best situation with his family. And I realized, I don't have to read very many. You could tell really quick, even without opening it, what the message is going to be about.
Sure.
So I'm fortunate enough to be able to kind of siphon through some of those and connect with people who, whether it's that they need tickets or that they need somebody to help them post something to raise awareness for another cause. I like doing that when it's applicable. And so I just realized it does me no harm to leave it open as long as I'm the one reading it. So I can just kind of filter in and out.
Your first PGA Tour win will always be special. But when you won the Genesis Invitation in February, was it even cooler? Because again, you mentioned Tiger and you won in Cali where you're from. So was it a bigger deal to win your second tournament than your first PGA Tour win?
Yeah, I would explain it as the first one changed my life, but the second one was like an actual dream. So I'll always remember the first one and appreciate how much that meant to my career and to my life. The second one was more for my career, and it was a lot more just for like California, in my opinion, just like all my friends that live there, Southern California. I mean, we all go to that event. I've been going since I was like 3. My family, it means a lot to them. So that one just hit a little bit deeper. And it had everything. I mean, like you said, it had Tiger, it had a playoff. It didn't have fans, which was probably the only thing that was really missing, but everything else, it was like a story for me, storybook ending.
And last question, what's the coolest thing you splurged on when you got your first big check? Or maybe you didn't splurge till you got your second big check?
Oh, man.
Like, did you go buy a car or something like that?
I got married like a few months after my first win. So that was a big splurge, I guess.
But so you didn't go out and buy a Ferrari or anything, like you didn't do anything like that?
Nah, man.
Yeah.
I didn't. I kind of have everything I want. I don't have a Ferrari, I guess, but I'm pretty lucky. I don't need a whole lot of stuff. I'm good. I think I bought a new headset to play Call of Duty or something like that. But no, it was I usually just try to pay the bar tab for a week or so, let it run up.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Max. You've been great.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Appreciate it.
I am now dirtying the balls for a demonstration. This is a behind the scenes look at what it takes to demonstrate something. You can't just do it without prepping. This is I put this dirtying in the balls, it's sort of in a snowman shape at about a 10 out of 10. Got enough dirt there to show you the grime is on the balls. Once we got the grime on the balls, I got something for you. Boo! It's a Caddyboo. It's a little towel that you can keep in your pocket. See that? Pocket-sized towel. I think it's microfiber, I'm not sure. Point is, you go to the green. This happens all the time you play golf. Your towel's back at your card. Say your ball comes up really dirty like this and you need to just chip it on, you're really close. Now a dirty ball is not going to chip as well as a clean ball. And if you don't have your towel, I mean, you guess you can clean it on your shirt, but that's kind of gross. You can clean it on your pants, you can rub it against the grass. What happens if you had this tiny little towel in your pocket, this Caddyboo, you just whip it out and you'd clean your ball. That's a lot better. Take a look at that. Now the dimples are cleaner and I can hit that ball and it's not going to have any grouty dirt in the grooves that's going to affect the spin of my chip or have some issues with it. Clean balls react the way that you want them to. Dirty balls, not so much. Everybody knows that in golf. It's true, but honestly, it sounds funny. I know, I get it. I know what you're gonna say, but if the dimples are the way they're meant to be, the ball's gonna fly appropriately. If not, it won't. You're not gonna have control of your balls. So, for your greenside manner, to improve it, and by greenside manner, I don't mean the way you talk to your friends and step out of their lines. I'm talking about how you hit the ball around the greens. This will improve your short game, because oftentimes we are like, I'm not gonna walk back to my bag, why bother? And you're gonna hit it and you're gonna have a miss hit. Now you won't. Caddyboo. I think it's cool. It's a little invention, just a towel that goes in your pocket that's tiny. Boom, boom, has a ball marker. Yeah, so if you forgot that ball marker, boom. You may want to wet your Caddyboo if that's gonna, that could help clean the balls a little bit better. Do that advantage, just one spritz, a little bit of water, that can help too. Caddyboo. When you want to scare your balls so much that they go back into the hole. Scare your balls into the hole. Caddyboo.